Hmm? I'm not on yet.
Oh, you're not on yet? Oh,
No, I have it starting soon. I'm not. I put on the post 7:15, so.
oh, okay. Sorry. So is it gonna auto tweet then?
I mean, it already did. You should have one
I
in there
did
now.
not see it. I
Oh,
was
I
actually
didn't.
just writing one.
Crap! I might have turned on the tweet. Yeah, you might have to do that
I was
manually then.
the thing I was checking was
Yeah.
what game you're starting with.
Oh, Runeterra.
Yes. Fair enough.
I'm calling it vault opening and refilling.
Fair
For
enough.
right now.
It's just I was just writing the tweet because I thought you were live already.
No, it was almost 7, so I was like, I'll put 7:15 to give a little time for a few
Yeah,
people.
fair enough. And what's stupid is I Alright, so I'll go do that now. Starting with Legends.
Yep. Hello, everybody. If you are new here, welcome to watching streams here. Kind of depending on which route you came from, I'll explain that me and the guys are just looking to have some creative outlet, and this seemed to be a good way since I was already having it set up due to some crazy work ideas that coworkers had put in my head. Paired with a couple other events recently, we had already parted the way there, so I thought might as well start streaming on it now. Um, because it's Tuesday, for those that maybe don't play Legends of Runeterra much, or not at all, this is your first time seeing it, kind of however it looks. Every Tuesday, basically, any experience that you've gained in the last week will go ahead and turn into a bunch of cards. This is kind of why I've definitely leaned towards Runeterra as the kind of my free-to-play game mainly right now. I mean, I'm always going to be a big Magic the Gathering fan and play Arena, which maybe we'll get to later, but um, it is something that this has definitely been a very, very easy way to a very easy thing to jump into. I found it a lot easier actually than Hearthstone when I attempted to come into that. Yes, this one's newer, which helps a lot in this case, but it also just seems to just hand you cards like crazy, and kind of whatever you do just gets you experience. There doesn't seem to be any caps on experience, no matter how many games you play, which is different than Arena. So you can constantly keep leveling and getting this bar going. I know it does tap out or stop at 13 once you hit there, which I've never actually hit. Maybe one of these days I will, especially if I'm streaming a lot. But it's something where at that point they give you more, I think up to 25, and then there's some making sure that bots can't just infinitely level. They have some cap there at level 25. As you saw, I played a bunch last week. I was trying out the Gauntlet, which this weekend, if people are curious in that, I might play some of that. This looks like some Singleton coming up. So I ended up getting all the way up to level 12 and just kind of sticking there, because I didn't think I'd make it to 13 by this point. So we'll go ahead, we'll claim it and see what comes up of it. Like see, it just kind of says, hey, here's what you got. Each chest kind of levels with each level, so it gets better and better. As you can see, there's a lot of things to go through here on the bottom, so I'm going to kind of speed through probably a little bit. You're going to notice probably a bunch of extra copies and things. A lot of the commons and things that are very common across all regions, which I'll explain regions a little bit. You kind of put into a lot of different decks, so you get a lot of extra copies, so you just kind of get free shards if you get something that you already have full 3 copies for. It's max of 3 copies of anything, and 40 card decks. So kind of go that route, so you can see it's kind of just giving me extra stuff. You get more shards if it's a rarer card, so like this one is a higher rarity therefore in these slots, so they give you more shards if you have if you're already full of them. It just gives you general shards, so that was just the first chest. Here's now the second chest with just diamond. Like see, I'm still getting some stuff that I don't have, so that's why I'm kind of doing this first before doing any deck completion or anything of that nature. Just kind of making sure that I'm not going to create a card and then just get shards back. That kind of wastes the card then. But you get a few things. Oh, and sometimes you get upgrades like this. Generally it's an upgrade to a wild card, so this means that I can choose any epic card, which is definitely an upgrade, since you don't have to then just hope that this works in a deck that you're using. But there's a lot of different things. I have not played with this, but this is a very intriguing card based on that. So that was the first diamond chest. So we just get some general shards. Like I said, they just kind of throw cards at you a bunch. This one worked really well. It actually didn't hit any of the cards I already had full on, so that will be nice for maybe some decks later. And then I speak too soon as the next portion, unfortunately, hits a bunch. But oh, we got a champion. Ooh, nice. That's good. Getting champions, especially Elise, whose spiders are part of one of the big meta decks right now. I might actually play that later because I have to do some Shadow Isles stuff. That definitely is nice for crafting later. Because I got high enough, it gives me a free champion wildcard, as well as an expedition token, which actually we might do that on stream a little bit later, because that will be kind of a fun thing to introduce you to some cards. And generally I do better in expeditions just because it gives you cards that actually match what you're playing. So you can kind of go that route. Okay, so we opened them up. Now I have, like I said, there are regions, so I'll kind of go to that route first, where you keep leveling up different regions to get their different cards, basically. So it's kind of a progression system. And so as you play, you just kind of the experience that you get towards the weekly chest, you also get towards these regions. Now, because it's a new region, and it seems like a lot of the powerful cards that people like right now and have building decks are in Bilgewater, because that's the recent one that came out. I'm kind of sticking to that. Some of the other ones have actually just extended their path here for new cards that came out. So you can see this Rising Tides expansion logo. Some just did that to kind of give more card options, give you more information. so people who had already max leveled to this point before Build Rudder came out actually still have something they can do, and it's not just weekly chests. So there is catch-up experience to 12, if you notice. I'm in 12 in a lot of them because I just kind of did the catch-up experience to, make it to get a fairly good base of cards, but we're kind of going directionally through there. Let's see here. Yeah, so I was like, what was I doing? Oh, so I'm going to my decks. I have some, as you can see, that I have not gotten enough cards for. So that's just not a. It's just something I haven't completed all the cards for. I'm hoping that, especially with the Elise, I might have gotten enough to complete this. Because I know I got a Callista recently as well. Let's see how many. The champions are the big one that are tough because those are just cards you don't get very often. So, okay, so I have one Callista I would need. And then, did I finish Elise and I missed it? Oh yeah, I did finish off Elise. So this actually is something I think I might try out on stream for the first time, so you all can see me fail epically as we do this. Oh, that needed 3 for that. As you can see, I just accumulated wild cards, so I can just grab some cards that I want, max them out basically. So this is why, because some of them I've maxed out here in decks. That's why I'm getting all those extras for some of them. I'm just kind of, oh, I only need 2 for that, but they're commons. I'm not as worried because I have a bunch of those. It's once you get to these kind of rare slots that you want to be a little more sparing if possible. Let's see, there we go. But it'll just kind of tell you which one you don't need. Now I often look up deck lists because I am not good at brewing this game yet. So as a result, you'll see a lot of them are named based on their archetype, just because I left it in there from online. So these are ones that are generally considered good just by general metagame. And so this one is a combination of Prelude and the Shadow Isles. And it kind of just uses Callista and Elise to summon a lot of creatures that you're going to kill, and then start leveling them up. And either you get a lot of spiders with Elise, or you get things that dying in front of Callista, so her level up is then amazing. Let's see. Yeah, so let's try this out. I honestly haven't done it much, but I've played against it. I hate playing against it, because it can be quite annoying if it starts getting going. So let's try it out and see what it is, especially because, as I was talking about, there are also other ways to get experience, like these quests. So, Shadow Isles is the big one. To win 2 games with it gets me a bunch of experience, not to mention my PvP wins for the day. So let's try it out. Let's just go straight into a player. Let's go to ranked. I'm low from the season restarting like last week at this point. Yeah, last week. So we can just kind of jam some games and start getting me to a reasonable non-iron ranking perhaps tonight. Because I have not done much with it. I was too busy enjoying the Gauntlet last weekend, excuse me. Because they're doing Gauntlet, which is basically just trying to get to 7 wins in a row, or trying to get 7 wins without having 2 consecutive losses, basically. Which I highly recommend if you're just trying to get some extra experience, because if you happen to go on a nice run of 4, 5, 6 game wins, even if you don't get to 7, it's still pretty good. We don't want this yet, because we want to get that later in the game, after we've killed a bunch of stuff. And we don't probably want that, so we're going to go this route. It'll probably give us a good attack on 4 using this to kind of loop in some stuff, but we'll see what the other players doing.
Where are you?
Oh, they also have great story. It's great, just talking lines in general. So I like to kind of listen to them sometimes in the interaction that they have in there. We're gonna go to an attack. So for those who haven't kind of played Runeterra, you have an attacking symbol that switches back and forth. Basically, the idea behind it is you should kind of, let's see, you're only going to be attacking every other turn, so you kind of have to plan your attacks accordingly in what you play on what turns, including the mana that you're getting. You do get 3 spell mana that bank if you didn't use your mana, and that allows you to use specifically things that are spells, and they're going to look like this, basically. So I think my best bet probably is just going to be banking those, because I want to use this next turn to kill their elusives, because they're playing a deck with a lot of elusive characters usually with Yasuo, things that are going to get in, try to kill me like this. I have nothing kind of to address that currently. I mean, in the future this will help. Just let me kill something to kill one of their stuff, but for now it's not going to work. We'll have to go ahead and use the Blighted Caretaker to kind of challenge that in a second, which you'll see kind of how I do that. Oh, well, now that's awkward, because we kind of want Callista out when we kill things. I think that's the best idea. We might have to delay that. No, we're gonna kill things. Let's. we gotta get that 2/2 off, or it's gonna start doing hell of a damage to us as it already has. So we'd rather get the stuff out there, and then we can kill stuff as we go. The nice part is we can just swing with everything now, because they're challenged. That's gonna die, and then these all are gonna hit. So we did some serious damage. This is why it's good. It's kind of a go wide strategy to see what's going on. We really don't have anything we want to do right now because that's not going to kill the other unit. So we're just going to pass. We're going to lose a mana, but we still have the 3 banked, which is good. So we kind of have that extra reservoir if we need it. We can go that route. What are these? These are 1/1s. That's right. So this is a good way to basically play Callista, play these, have things die, but we're gonna need things. We want them to attack because we want to be able to lose some of our stuff here. Actually, I probably should play Callista there. This is where I talked about playing suboptimally. Is probably what I'm gonna do constantly. So hopefully, we don't have any really curious people over there. They're probably gonna. Yep, they're gonna make sure that doesn't die. Which, yeah, you know what? I am feeling vindictive. We're gonna make sure that dies. Probably not optimal, but at this point, I really want to make sure I make a splash this turn, so then when it comes to things dying next turn, it's a lot better. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna create a spider out of their unit. And they have no mana, so I'm not worried about them responding or anything. That is obviously a potential that you could see at that point. But no, I'll end the round there. I think I'm gonna go ahead.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
Gonna allow me to start. Having some fun. They're probably gonna stun my Callista. Yep. It's not shocking to me. Let's do this. I kind of want to see if they just kill one of them or if they let them all through, because that's right now we're looking at a lot of damage. So that's going to start leveling her up, even though she's not doing any attack or anything. And I think I'm going to play the Ravenous Butcher here whenever my spiders. I don't have a lease, so having a bunch of spiders isn't exactly helping me. We'll end around there. We'll bank our spell mana. We have this if we really need to kill something quickly. I don't think we'll have to, because we can just level up Callista using this if we have to.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Let's go ahead. Let's pass. They're gonna want to attack, so let's get them to get their attack before we do any modifications or things. That might cause some crazy stuff.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
I will play my part.
Just gonna level up the turn.
Betrayers!
Oh, let's try it. We have the mana for it. Let's see if we can kill her. There you go. They probably have waited. Oh, they only have slow waves. I just noticed that. So that Yasuo's dead. He still has his level up because he's that's just kind of passive without him there. But that is going to help out a lot when it comes to next turn, because that's the 4/3 I'm going to get them. So we're going to instantly, I think, attack here because we have lethal right now. We're going to get the 3/2 that died earlier, which is going to take damage for Callista, because she's all leveled up. And this is the strength of it, basically you keep killing stronger and stronger things to the point where they have to kind of worry about it. They currently right now are dying if they don't do something. That's what this little Oracle Eye is, you can kind of see what the after effects are. Well, it looks like that would be the end of the game. So you see what's wrong. It's just a lot of value. And that is a win on that, so that's nice. Which probably will level me up to Iron 2 already, and you can kind of see I'm flying a little bit because that was a greater win than I expected to happen. Level up my stuff, it says, hey, I got this much experience from the match, and then as you see it levels up my reward as well as my vault, which is going to level up really quickly because we just opened it. So it's going to give me a lot of experience from that direction. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's just keep jamming this a little bit. See what kind of going from there, and maybe we'll do an expedition here. If we get kind of all of our PvP wins, we're not worried about it. Okay, so this is probably Heimerdinger control. We see this a lot, also in your bracket so far. Basically, the idea is just to control the game until you get Heimerdinger out and just get a lot of free turrets and things. Yeah, this is not bad of a start. I don't have anything turn 1 play, but also not attacking turn 1, so I'm not as worried about that. Whereas I can easily go turn 2, and I have 2 Elises now, which is nice in case you guys. But we're going to start with this because this is really good to attack with, because if they kill it, I get a 4/3. And so I can, it's really worth it. If they don't kill it, I'm just going to make a 4/3 anyway. So I can, in fact, yeah, let's do this. They only have 3 mana, it's unlikely they're going to be able to kill that, and that's going to be 7 damage right now. So they don't play anything, they're in serious trouble, which they usually want to make mana. That's, Heimerdinger control wants a lot of spell mana to be able to play at some point, but they're probably going to kill something. Yep, Mystic Shot. 2 mana, but see, I made it where they can't save that mana, and I'm making them have to play defensively right away. And against control decks, that's your best bet. Because then you kind of can go that route. And really do it. So you kind of want these things that are going to die on their turn to get out, but then you can play things that are really going to make more of a difference in the
Swift
future.
and silent as the breeze.
I think there's not much I can do, so I'm going to get this out, which is probably just bank for mana for Heil Feast. This is kind of a problem for me, unfortunately.
Fast as wind, light as air.
There's not a whole lot I can do to block it. Honestly, I'm hoping to trade an Elise with it, I think, because they're going to want to trade that.
Come closer. I don't.
You see, this Elise became something. It'll turn back, though, if I get it. If this Elise dies, it's just, it gives you an option that's not, because you can't play another champion out there, champions are unique. So you can go that route.
Beauty charms while claws take hold.
Okay, they have something else out there, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play this. We're gonna get an extra attack and spider, and we have the ability to do some mana trick, or some tricks with spells. So just in case we want to go that route.
As fate wills.
Yep, I'm okay with those blocks. To be fair. I think I'm just going to, well, I don't want them to play this, I'm going to do this now, because then if they play something I respond to do it again and the thing still will die.
We must all make sacrifices.
Basically, I want to have it where I can at least help spiders a little bit, because she has round start 3 other spiders, so these 2 can kind of go in tandem with each other. I'm going to end the round, make the mana. I want to kill something with this and get Elise out, and then that will trigger her to level up. And challenger spiders are very scary, not gonna lie.
The sweet smell of science.
I think we're still gonna play this out,
Lurk in the shadows.
just in case something dies. We can kind of make something die, which is a nice part. Okay, just creating some turrets.
And round it goes.
The nice part is I can kill this for a spider. Which is why I said I wanted to make sure I had that ability, because
A tribute to the
then I can just
spider
kill
god.
something I can't block, and then I kill a spider, and right now I do have 3 other spiders. That is unfortunate, unfortunately, because they're going to kill Elise before it happens, but what I can do is I can actually kill her, knowing that I have that card. Get 2 cards out of it, kind of waste their spell mana. And that gives me some other options then for stuff. Now, you see, this is that card I was talking about at the beginning. It's going to be +1/+1 for each ally that died, so I kind of want to make sure before I play it that I've done as much ally killing as possible. I think we want to go ahead and... Oh! Hey there! Thanks for following. Hope you're enjoying. I'm sure probably Bella put you up to that, but maybe not. Maybe you did on your own volition. Do I attack? Here's the question. I'd rather get Callista out and then attack. Now, the possibility of them killing Callista before I can do anything about that, but I'd rather get that out because that's going to allow, if they kill things, it also will direct it where they kill this, they don't kill Elise. Yeah. However, it does mean that I can't play anything else.
The dragon
We're
approaches.
gonna go ahead. We're gonna attack some stuff. They're probably gonna kill off a couple things, just because they have the ability. Kinda want them to kill this, I want an extra
You
turret.
lack subtlety.
But let's see.
Oh dear.
I sound echoey, I'm hearing. Oh, I think I see why. Let me know if that's better. Thank you for letting me know. I think I haven't really tested it very much with that, and I think it added a second mic into my software. So let me know if it doesn't sound as echoey now. And I'll just kind of watch chat and see how it's looking. Because I think it was just recording the source twice, which is causing an issue. So they got rid of a lot of my spiders, which is unfortunate, but what I can do is... Yeah, I'll play this. I want to get a few more spiders, preferably. I want them to kill more things. We'll see how this goes. Oh, there you go. Yep, okay, cool. Awesome. Just making sure. Ooh, that's good for us right now. Thank you for letting me know. I know we've been testing a lot, but I, still messing up. Like earlier in testing, I kind of forgot this whole overlay over here, on the left side. Kind of forgot about that. So now I see it's on the screen. I've put it up there. It's going to show some cards and things that are happening. Ooh, that's not good. This would be a good way to kind of avoid them attacking at this point. I don't know if I want to do that yet, though. So I think we're just going to pass. They're probably going to attack. We're going to lose some units. But that's kind of what we want with this, because then if they kill the They Who Endure, I then get an 8/8 every turn. Oh, yeah, they're doing that. There's not a whole lot to do there. I know full well that I have another Callista, so I'm not as worried, but it does mean I have to restart this whole thing over, basically. Curious why it's... Don't know.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
Yeah, as you see, They Who Endure still gets bigger, so we're going to kind of see how that's going and what's going on there. Okay, so we're going to flip over. Okay, so we want to attack with these. We don't really have a combat trick for Elise, but we want to kind of bluff that, I think. Get some more spiders. Want them to kill stuff so we can get Callista to level up, basically.
Hush now.
We want them to not want to get hit, basically. They're at 10 life.
Tell it to the
So here they're possibly trading Vi or making her stronger, one of the two.
You cannot escape.
Okay, they're gonna trade that, so it's gonna get me a card, which is what would be nice. We will kind of want that to die at some point.
Pity winter.
Okay, they're gonna use that. They must not have a combat trick, or else you do just put Vi in front there to, you know, do some. Oh, they're gonna kill my Callista anyway. So that's a little sad, but at this point, I think there's not a whole lot we could have done about that. They play basically the. This is how this deck plays basically. That's just how it is, unfortunately.
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna kill this.
There you are.
Because then 2 more are gonna die here, and that's gonna really make a very big They Who Endure.
Eureka!
Oh, that's not good. They're refilling their cards, so we're getting a little behind in card advantage, but.
Behold.
And that's the timer. So these are the cool part about Runeterra, in case you haven't seen it before, is these level ups, because they look quite awesome, not gonna lie. The things they do for those level ups of these champions are just spectacular. Right now we'll pass, these will die. We're gonna see a 15-15 come out. It's very hard to get rid of 15-15 unless you literally have Vengeance, which is to directly kill something. So we're kind of waiting for them to attack. We're probably going to put out some jump blockers, because then we can play this at the end and... Yep, see, because they're killing stuff now. So that's what we want them to do, basically, is kill things, so that we have the option of more things to block. The only issue, obviously, is that they have elusives at this point. They have things that... I believe this gets overwhelmed when she... No, it doesn't get overwhelmed when she lies. It just hurts. So we kind of want to leave that open. We know things are going to die this turn when they attack, so we can really get a huge payoff on They Who Endure. And hopefully come back, hit them for a huge amount. Because they can. That's the one thing that's different about Arena, in case you come from the Magic the Gathering side, is that you only can block 1-to-1. There is no double blocking or anything. So you kind of have that great option of. Oop, that's not great for me. Yeah, we'll put that there. You have that great option of knowing that you're not going to have some combat trick where they're going to block with 3 creatures and then your creature's dead.
Justice is
Well, they got both leveled up, so that's probably not good for us in this game. But at least we're going to get a card out of it and see what we get. This would have been great about a couple turns ago, and we could have been draining, but for now we'll just go ahead and play a 19-19. You know, as you do. Right now they do have an 8-7 to block, which is unfortunate, but I think at this point that's probably the best direction to go, is just try to slam them before they slam me. Which means I'm going to need some more units for sure. Oh, there we go. Yep, end round. I have some spell mana, so if there's any way to... Oh, okay, so we're going to play this. But I think we're going to feign that we don't have it for a little bit. Because basically I can use this in response to them trying to kill They Who Endure to deal, now in this case, 19 damage to their face. Those of you that play Magic would know this is the card Fling. This is basically Fling. And it although it has a death trigger with it, which is even... Well, I guess the other one was Sacrifice, excuse me. Would also fit, but we can play these other things and kind of feign that we don't have it, and then attack, and then if they do anything tricksy with it, we can kind of just react to that and have some fun. So obviously we're going to go ahead, we're going to attack with these. Again, feigning that we don't have anything, we're trying to find something. It's all about the bluff, of course, which I am generally not good at, so don't come to me for that one. But right now, if they need to block this. Actually, they might already be dead. I just realized. Wait, if they block 7, this is Overwhelm. Yeah, that's 12 damage getting through. I actually don't think they can do anything about this. I was too busy looking for the fun play that I realized, oh crap. I definitely don't want to play this though if I don't have to, with them having that much mana. There is a spell called Deny in the game. Deny, unfortunately, would mean that this would not happen, but I would still kill or deny would make the spell not happen, so it wouldn't kill it, but there's that possibility. So they're probably going to try to do something here. And I want them to spend their mana, because I want to have it where they don't have enough to deny, or that I can be sure they don't have one. Right now they have to gain quite a bit of life to live through this. Yeah, so see, they're going to recall, so in response to that, this is my best play. If I don't do this, I'm basically dead anyway. So if I can kill this and deal 19 damage to their face, there's no healing spell in the world that can do this, but they probably have a deny. Yep, there it is. So there's not a whole lot. The nice part is my creature won't die, it's just recalled. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to play it, but so they're probably going to attack straight out right away, and probably going to, I was going to say kill me, but I realized that I can block 2 of their things right now, which means they're only getting through for 4, 7, 12, which actually is not enough currently. Now they do have another turret so that they might upgrade to here, and kill off that one. Yeah, so they have exactly enough to kill me now, currently. Now obviously if they don't attack immediately, that's not the case. Now the nice part is that if I can if they order it badly, I can go ahead and order this first. They might do that just so they don't have the Vi issue. But thing is, between they didn't attack with Heimer. Okay, because if they didn't attack with Heimer, they would actually won if they had done this. So this is actually a really bad idea. I think I'm definitely going. I have to block here. It's gonna die either way. Why do they think I'm dead? Am I missing something? Oh, because this is gonna deal 5 to me. If a strike unit while attacking, deal 5. So that's really actually -2. That's not good. Yeah, there's no way around it. Unfortunately, they played that quite well, and I gotta bow to them on that one. But so I gotta give them that. They got both leveled up correctly. I mean, Heimer control is definitely considered S tier right now. Endurance fighters, I think, goes between S and A. But you know, as you see, I'm Iron. I'm not really gonna go down for that. In fact, they might have been a really much better person in the rankings than me. So that kind of was a good match. You know, you'd like those, but not sure. So yeah, let's keep playing this, trying to get the sense of it. See what's happening on there. We're pretty close to leveling up and getting one of the rewards, so we can kind of show one of that if we get to that point. Oh, see, I'm so bad that nobody's even joining with me. Oh, it's connecting. Come on. Okay, so we're playing. Okay, they have no champions. Now I'm gonna explain this deck because this is one that recently came up and I was extremely confused because why would you not play champions? That seems like a terrible idea. So the deck basically is your basic aggro deck on any other card game. The whole point of it is it has a bunch of cards that recall each other back to hand and that are elusive, so they can only be blocked by other elusive units. So what they're basically doing is trying to hit you really quick and in rapid fire succession without you being able to block, which in this game is quite good. So like for instance, this is a great one drop because I generally won't have something that's 3 or more power in turn 1. I mean, I have this Omen Hawk, which is good. It's going to buff up my next units, make them a little stronger. But I generally don't have anything to deal with that. I have a turn 2 play that can deal with it, but not that turn 1. So you they get through, there's not a whole lot. It's, you know, one of those where you just can't do much about it, unfortunately. Now, I can attack here and hopefully save my spell mana, because I'd love to play this and use that on this, but I was about to say it's very unlikely they block there. Okay, yeah, I was like, that seems like a terrible play for them to block there, but, you know, if they want to, I'm not going to stop them. Yeah, so we definitely don't want to have another one of those. So we're gonna kill one because they're gonna kill us way too quickly if I don't deal with the spider right now. And generally this deck doesn't have anything to buff. Ionia and Noxus won't have anything at the 1-2 drops to buff. It's generally higher cost spells, or things that are generally burn spells, direct damage to my Nexus here. Ooh, that's actually really nice as a 2-2. Because that can do a lot more than you think. Yep, so see, they use this, they recalls. There's not a whole lot to do on that. So I think I'm probably just going to play this out, because then next turn I can kill it for value. Because we like value here. Who does not like value? Yeah, so we're definitely going to attack with this. Oop, well, maybe not. Actually, the Lucid deck definitely doesn't have much above a 4-3, so actually it's probably better for me to actually trigger this right now, because then I could always use this, go really wide, and actually hit them pretty hard this turn, because I think we're kind of in a race on this deck. You know, it's not something that generally you're going to be winning unless you race. This is a very nice play next turn, so this is actually really good for us to get to, because then we start to drain, not just hit them, but drain
Let me show you what I can do.
life out of it. Now this is not good for us, so we definitely want to attack with this, because the problem is if this survives, we have some trouble, and this is kind of one of their ways to really get a lot of damage across, is probably the spell they're about to play, which is, yeah, dealing 1 to there. Yep, there's... Yeah, it's just 2-2 this turn. It's still going to be a... The nice part is it's still going to be down to 1, so we have some direct damage we can deal with, but that is a little unfortunate that they happen to have that combo already in their starting hand. Because that is a really good way for them to damage us and still keep their elusives alive. I've also obviously used that... I'm terrible with the name of spells. Vile Feast. And they saw that, so it's generally that I'm probably not going to have another one. We'll go ahead, we'll throw out some things that actually can... Well, actually that can't do it, but... I'll throw out some things that we want to have die, basically. And then we're going to get the 5-drop out. We're going to start draining them, so basically if they kill our units, we can kind of deal with it. Also can block that fairly well, which is nice. However, if they have another one of these, that's actually the way you kind of really win this game, is you have another way to recall your stuff. You're actually going to be able to pull these back, pull them back out, they're undamaged, and it's this whole kind of back and forth. Yeah, let's play this. I think that's going to be our best, because when they attack with this, they're going to attack for it to die. So we'll want to block with this, and that will actually mitigate some of the damage that they're doing to us from it. That's unfortunate, because yeah, this one is elusive just in its rounds. That's when usually you're recalling this back up, and then you just play it every attack round, and you can get basically 2 free damage every attack round, which adds up quite quickly, unfortunately. We're going to take a pretty big hit here, but that's okay, because we're just going to spend it on the knock. Yeah, that's also extremely unfortunate, because that's 9 damage coming our way that we can't deal with. This will be 10 aftermath, so we're going to end up at 3. Yeah. This is going to be rough. There's not a whole lot we can do to block it. A lot of spell decks have ways to deal with this better, but we will not in this one, unfortunately. We're kind of hoping for a champion and then to smash next turn. They Who Overwhelm is not going to help us too much, especially because only 3 things have died this turn. So I think our best bet is to just kind of kill things and then play things that we're okay having die. Like playing this even after we attack is probably good, just to get 3 drains from them to kind of really make up our life after the last hit. Don't know. Are they gonna deny this? That would be a first. I've never seen anyone use 4 mana to deny a 2-draw, but it's possible. I mean, they could. No, okay, so they're gonna kill something and try to kill me before it. Unfortunately, I played the fast spell first, which means unfortunately it won't heal it because I've already gotten to 0. Once you hit 0, you can't go back. It's not like, even if you had to heal the middle point, you get someone with lifesteal, you're not coming back from 0, unfortunately. So they knew that, which is why they played it that way, knowing full well that I was probably going to heal like crazy if they didn't. So I got why they did it. It made sense. I just, unfortunately, there was no kind of avoiding that unless I had some direct damage, but I wasn't drawing my Vile Feasts. I'm going to switch decks. Oh, I do need that kind of one. Well, let's see how close we are on this one, actually. Because if we're close enough to actually play it, we might. So I don't have I only have one champion basically to grab, so I already can't do this. Nope, because I won't have enough to grab all the choices. I'm starting to get closer. I have a Nautilus. I might get a Thresh sometime soon if I move over to Shadow Isles. So that one not quite. I don't really have another Shadow Isles deck, so I think we're gonna let's go ahead and try an expedition. Maybe there'll be some Shadow Isles there. So an expedition, basically, you go ahead and, like I said, you usually get these tokens if you do some chest leveling ups, so you'll get them pretty easily. But you get 2 chances, basically, to try and get the most match wins you can in either one. So the most you get in either one is your score, per se. So we can kind of see, okay, Maokai there is a Maokai thing that has things dying. That's not bad. A little hard to pull off, unfortunately, in this method, just because it's something that you can't really build your deck around it very well. So you might run out of cards, you might not actually be able to level up Maokai. His first time you play an ally every turn is not bad, because that kind of is a free kill then of a thing, plus it might block something at the 2-1. But you do toss 2 cards, so you kind of quickly run through that deck, and this one is not as big as generally crafted decks. I, of course, always love kind of a Freljord kind of Braum tactic, so I think I'm going to go this route. It's, like I said, you don't build your deck, so it's kind of hard to play around things like that. Braum Lux is pretty strong, because you kind of just control the early game, and try to get a lot of spells, so that's not bad. Also, if we get a lot of Poros, this is a pretty good deck, because summoning 1 cost allies become +2/+2, we can get +1/+1. I think I might go that route. Let's go Braum Jinx. Let's go like traditional bot lane. How about that? You know, I could see someone playing Jinx Braum in bot lane right now, so let's go that route. So as you see, it's gonna start giving you these synergy picks as well as wild picks. So synergies, ones that definitely match what you've already chosen. And then wild ones that are a little more spice, per se. That kind of go that route. So you can kind of go in that direction. I'm just gonna move this down a little bit because I think people aren't seeing. Well, maybe I'll move this up. This might be better up here, actually. So you can kind of see the deck I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so obviously there's voting options. I haven't really tried them much, so if you feel like you do want to vote, otherwise I'll probably just take stuff for now, and we'll kind of do audience participation in the future. But basically it talks about what kind of goes on out here. Obviously, if we want to go crazy Poro deck, this is the option. If we want to really kind of just, you know, buff up a lot of things, this Fishbones is the option. Cataclysm is basically, you know, a lot of, you know, crazy late game stuff happening. So this is usually delay tactics, get extra mana, and that route. So I think I'm gonna go, you know, using my tactic kind of from Magic. I've kind of used, you know, applied drafting to this. Generally, you're gonna want probably some low drops, but you also probably want some removal. So I mean, right now our curve isn't great, but I think going this route gets us a Mystic Shot, which is a very strong, just early magic. You generally have 2 spell magic at some point, especially if we go smash and grab here. Bubble Bear, what is Bubble? Okay, so Tune 1, and then Elusive. So this is great if you're buffing up units directly. We really don't have a lot of that so far, except for an 8-drop, which is unlikely for us to cast on just that. This is good for getting extra spells and things, but it's not really what we're going for to copy. I think we're more just wanting to just kind of hit things. So, you know, this will get us 2 spell mana for a Mystic Shot, and here's a Mystic Shot, so let's go that route. We kind of have 3 regions, which is a little crazy. You generally don't go 3 regions, but I think just Jinx has such great synergy still with some of the Bilgewater stuff that you see this come up with these plunders and other cards. Not that one. This one must be the. I actually don't know which one's Bilgewater then. Oh, it's two of these. Gotcha. Because you see it says it's Rising Tide there in the bottom corner. Let's see. So this will help with card draw. It's not really what we're doing. This will also help kind of card draw and synergy. But you know what? Let's go Poros. I love Poros. This is a great spell to do if you just have the mana near the end of one. You can do it at any point, so you can do almost a combat trick too. So come on, let's go some Poros. We have some stuff to buff up Poros at this point, so let's go that. This is the ultimate Poro card because you just combine all of them together. I don't think we're going to be at that. I mean, right now we only have 2 Poros in play plus whatever Braum can get. And I don't think we're playing this. We're not going to be swinging that wide. I think it's going to be more of a control kind of game. This is nice because you can just give something vulnerable for pretty cheap and then kill it to draw a card, which for 1 mana is great if you can do it. Especially when you have like a quick attack like Jinx, and then having abilities to steal cards from the other deck never hurts. This is also direct damage though, that's cheaper, so that's kind of nice because these are generally 2 mana and 3 mana, or no, 2 mana and 2 mana when you draw it. So it's really good to get late game when you kind of want to grab stuff. I think we're probably going to want to go this route because we want to lose cards with Jinx. We want to see, she wants to be out when the hand's empty, so I think we're going to go that route. Ooh, that's a nice combo for us. Some 1-cost stuff to really go with that Professor Von Yip. Transform me into a 5-cost follower. I've never seen this card before, I think. Which makes me think it's not great. Yikes. Okay. And then Mystic Shot, never hurts. And then, yeah, this is nice as a card. I don't think we're generally going to have things to exploit it, because Braum already challenges things. Jinx really doesn't care. So yeah, let's do some 1-drops. We're pretty low on the front end there. Kind of get some more things there. Oh my, this is great if you have spells. I don't know if our deck is that deck, but that is a really good kind of effect where basically, yeah, you just go in and your cards are gone, and basically every spell that you obliterate gets a certain amount to all enemies, which even just 1 or 2 can kill a bunch of enemies generally. This is not bad for us. This is good for buffing and then getting that just extra mana gem if we happen to play at the right time. I don't think we have anything higher, so let's go this route for now. We might switch out if we get the chance to salvage, because I don't think it's going to do great for us. Okay, so what do we have that's 5 power and up? Not anything currently, so these really don't help us much. We don't want to play that. Oh, that's to all enemies. Oh, okay. That actually is much better then. And then this is a very aggro strat, which is not a bad idea. Yeah, let's just go a lot of 1-cost. I mean, we have that special card for that. This is nice because it can get us a trigger onto the Nexus. More Poros, extra drawing. Oh, let's go this route. I think that might be good for us. Get excited discards down, so that's helpful. Ooh, another Professor Von Yip. Let's do that. Let's kind of go the strategy of like a lot of 1-drops that can be buffed, because I think that's just really good. This is a good card because you can get a 3, depending on how you play it, you can get a 3/3 pretty early in the game. Yeah, let's go that route, because giving that another basically 2/2, that's a 5/5 out of nowhere. That does not bode well for them. We're probably going to lose a lot of units, so They Who Endure is not bad, and plus we have a lot more Poros. Do we have a lot more Poros now? Not really. Actually, as I say that. This is also really good because it gets you a free card basically, and you can kill something with it. Plus, yeah, I think we might go this route. We need more removal options at some point. That has to have Plunder for that to work. That could be bad. Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, let's go this way, why not? Okay, I'm not a big fan of... Oh, we said we want to get rid of salvage, and that will definitely help. Static shock's not bad. I just don't know if we're gonna have that much mana all the time. Yeah, I think this is our best trade right here. I know I haven't been looking at the voting. I think there hasn't been much. But yeah, we'll go here, and we'll try this out. So, if we win our first match, we're gonna get a champion. So we're gonna get that route, basically. We're gonna kind of see how that goes in general, just because I don't know how many wins we're gonna get, but basically as long as you don't lose twice in a row, except for the last one, we have to win that last one for sure, but as long as you don't lose twice in a row, you can keep climbing. So we'll kind of see how to go that route there. So let's try it out. I mean, we don't have any Shadow Isles, which is the thing that I said I probably was going to try to draft, but I feel like we got a stronger deck, so we can get more out of this run than the other one, and maybe in Trial 2 we'll go for it, kind of go that route. I unfortunately am not a huge Shadow Isles player, it's just not my playstyle. I kind of want to make creatures and just overwhelm them. Maybe some combat tricks, but that's kind of the hope. Okay, yeah, this is unfortunate to get right away because we can't plunder, so it's just gonna be a 1/1. But oh, I was gonna replace that. This is where you see me make all of my mistakes, but I have a nice curve, so I mean I can get in, I can hit for 1. It's just we're not gonna get that extra plunder where they get 2 keywords. And they're gonna play a 2/2 right away, which is unfortunate because that we can't deal with, but they also didn't get plunder on it, so that's a way to look at it.
Let's get to it.
I think I'm just gonna skip this because I'm gonna have a 2/2 after this.
These old eyes still see
Yeah, I can actually tackle it next turn. They're not gonna realize that I have this,
started without me.
and I can that. They're constantly just slightly ahead of us, you know, slightly knowing what's going on more. So I think, honestly, I'm just going to keep bulking up my forces, make sure that they can't hit me generally. Save some spell mana. Because once we get kind of Braum out there, we're going to get a free Mighty Poro, and I think that's just the direction I'm going to go. Okay, that's unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm not as worried because we only have 1 drops that are going to kill it. They're not killing a huge thing. If we don't play Braum right away this turn, we're probably going to be good then on that. So I kind of want to catch them off guard, block with this. That's actually a 2/2 that kills something, you know.
Time to get rich. The dead don't need riches.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to block
Ready the
here.
torches. Look out for reavers.
We're just going to do this. So that's a good timing for that, where we can actually do 2 damage to it instead of just 1. Setting it up to die to the Omen Hawk. We're also going to get a card from this, which is nice. So they're also going to lose a creature,
Signal fire.
which is another Omen Hawk. You know what? Actually, let's just start, you know, getting a bunch of Omen Hawks here. I think that's probably our best bet, because then next turn we go Braum, we kill this. We have a 5/4, which is just crazy. They're probably going to kill something ours, isn't they? Yeah, I had a feeling, but that's fine. We're just going to play our 5/4 then. They eventually can challenge it and kill it, but we can at least get in for something possibly. Maybe that's what we'll actually challenge with the Braum. Yeah, there they are, stealing our cards. We're not at a risk of decking anytime soon, but it's unfortunately a thing that can happen. Oh, that would be nice a little bit ago, but yeah, I think I'm gonna take this because it's gonna force them to do something, basically. You just get a lot of power with Braum because you can basically kill 1 cost units that might have a little more, you know, like Pikers, so 2 1s, 3 1s. But he's also just good because he can challenge something, so you can take out a 2/2 even if you're not going to kill it, but it's out of the combat math.
Let's show our friends the door.
I'm afraid to do something because they still have mana up, but at this point I am behind, so I kind of want them to do something crazy. But see, I get a 4/4 because that is a Poro, so the Poro stacks are gonna automatically level it up, which is why it's nice when you have a Braum. So even if they kill said Braum, I still have a 4/4.
Get bloody, get paid.
And okay, they made that vulnerable. Now this is good because basically the only way they had to kill that was the thing that they could only challenge with. So we kind of make it a little nicer when it comes to that. Yeah, there it is. I was like, there's the removal from Braum, which is unfortunate because on the constructed deck we only have one of each champion. So killing a champion is much stronger in this mode than it generally would be. I kind of want to wait to do this until after they attack, because I don't want them killing this before I can give this basically 5/5. They're going to kill something probably. Yeah, if they don't challenge something, that would be very shocking. Yeah, they should kill this. Yeah, because that's not only Overwhelm, which is not good against them, but also this still has Vulnerable, so other things can challenge it. Basically, it's a reverse challenge. As you can see, it's basically the enemy can challenge the unit. But yeah, so I want to play this.
Perhaps we should pause for thought.
Because this is going to kind of unlock my deck a little bit, make my stuff a little stronger compared to everyone else.
Reporting for duty.
So if I play something like this, that is now a 5/5 for 1, which is an amazing value. This is actually where I'm thinking it would be cool to build a Poro themed deck with something like this. I might do that in the future. Oh, they transformed this into that, which is really not good for us, because that just made our 5/5 a 0/5. So I think it's best probably for me to just attack. I mean, they currently cannot kill anything of mine, and I have my backup spell just in case. But I do have a Plunder as well, where I can give this an extra damage basically. And also these as well to become Pikers. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. Because basically that's going to make it where I can play some other things for Plunder and buff up some of my little cheeky 1 mana stuff. Okay, that has Deep, and they're about to hit that, which is not good because that's an extra 3/3 in about two turns probably, based on me knowing how these things generally work. Yeah, we're gonna make sure our spell mana is nice and full, and then we're gonna play this one. That's gonna buff this and that.
Plenty still to go round.
Nice that this can actually still kill that.
The frost
Well, this one can actually, because they're not gonna. So I just hit Deep, which is funny because I could have a Deep card. That's why they do it. I'm like, usually you don't see yourself hit Deep unless there's actually a reason for it, but I forgot that this one summons a sea monster, and generally sea monsters like this one, you can see it's a sea monster at the top. Generally they have Deep, like this one too. Basically get a lot stronger the lower you go in your deck. So I think we're just going to pass, because we want to be able to kind of combat trick with this, because this is a permanent +8/+4, which is very good. Generally when you can just give stats like that, that's going to make a difference. Like if we had that back at the Braum, there was no killing him. It just wouldn't have happened. Especially once he leveled up, it just was not happening.
Blood and guts, golden glory.
Yeah, so they're playing some stuff that's going to cause some combat tricks. I know they don't have any spells that they can play now. So whatever they do is going to basically mean for certain that, you know, they are stuck with that. Now, I think the best bet probably is to block with this and then give it 8/4, because that's going to survive the attack then, basically. And we're going to end up with one creature to their two, one creature surviving out of this combat of the 2 fights there. Especially an 8/2, which they're going to have. That's what's going to actually be frozen again next turn. And then we're going to play this, because then we can challenge that stupid Frostbite one and get it off, basically. Oh, we have something that's elusive and deep ourselves now, which is nice. So I think actually we're probably going to go and replace this, because that's going to basically directly challenge that. If they draw one card, it's just 6/6 versus 6/6, but at least we trade it. I don't want to challenge it and then have them draw a card and completely throws me off, so I'd rather challenge this crazy thing, because it's causing a lot of issues by making my 8 too tiny. Oh, actually no, it's 14. It's a 14-2 now. I forgot because of the frostbite. So we're gonna challenge this. We're gonna play this, and then honestly, we're gonna do that because they have to draw something to deal there, and I'd rather get 2 damage against it just for the ability. Now they could save this. It's a possibility. Generally, there's not a whole lot of buffing combat tricks in Noxus and Bilgewater, but it's a possibility for them. They may also just kill one of my units or something. Yeah, so they're gonna kill this one back here. I'm actually amazed they didn't do this one, because that one is causing a lot more cost, basically. But whatever they feel, because I have a bunch of these pikers now. Oh, they are doing 12 damage to me currently with elusive if next turns. So that's probably why they're doing that. So I'm just gonna really make sure I have all of my minions here. I'm gonna make them really strong so nothing can get past them.
I'll shoot the wings
Because
off a
while this is still alive, that's gonna
Someone
buff these all
deserves
up.
your bullet, girl.
Because yeah, these are all 1 mana, which is this is crazy value for what we're actually doing. I think I'm gonna say value a million times this stream probably. Ooh, this is nice to get because I'm gonna level up immediately because that's the only card I have in hand. It's also gonna start giving me more cards next turn. See that's what I was afraid of, is that they were gonna get rid of that. But it does allow me to play my Jinx at least.
Give you to the count of
We're not gonna get the Super Mega Death Rocket this turn, but the fact that we can get that 1 mana to deal 4 damage to the enemy Nexus and hit 1 across the board is pretty good. Especially because they're not killing us this round. There is actually no way for them to do that.
Going harvesting.
Because now they will do 12 to us, but yeah, they're gonna kill Jinx, which is not shocking. She often dies very quickly. Let's throw the 5-3. It's not doing much for us. Now the nice part is they're gonna have 3, and we're gonna have 4. Now the only problem is the one clock is only 2, which means we aren't gonna kill them flat out with this trigger. So we need direct damage of some sort. Now it looks like they're trying to kind of mill me a little bit, which is funny because I'm not going to be milled in time, but I have so much mana at this point that I basically just need something. And any direct damage will do it for me. This is not direct damage, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm going to play it. If they play any minion, then unfortunately I am still dead. But I'll still probably try to do it, see if they misplay. Oh, that is a great way for me to die. So, let's try it. Maybe we both die and actually get them lower, and they kind of forget about that.
Captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
I doubt they're gonna mess us up, but, you know, we'll have to see what happens. And maybe they'll just be like, oh, we don't need to block the rest, that's fine. Ooh, they're not blocking great. Because currently, right now, if they let 4 through, they go to -1, I'm at 0. I think that means I win. I've never had this situation where we both die at once. Unless they're killing my minion. Or I should say minion follower. Yep, they're killing my follower, which is why this works. So I'm only gonna hit 1 to them, they're gonna kill me. So good game to them. You know, they played it well. They did their stuff. It's unfortunate, but however, I did complete my quest for going deep, which is not what I was looking to do, but that will actually help. And you can see we're getting closer and closer at chest. We just level up a couple times over here because of all the experience we got there. So yeah, we're pretty close to getting this nice shiny chest. I think we can get there tonight pretty easily with this expedition, plus the, if we want to. Okay, so it's a lot of 5-drops are given us. Just depends on which one we want to look at now. This fits more with our theme of buffing 1/1s. Or, well, 1 mana, usually 1/1s. So that's actually really good for that. And better than this, because just drawing a card for that is not going to be as good as basically everyone in my deck getting +1/+1. You can see even the rarities show that this is an epic card on purpose. Eager Apprentice is good for spells. We don't have a lot of spells, we have a lot of attune. This is another attune. Technically the 5/5 for 5 is probably going to get more value than a 4/4 elusive, just in general. This is also, though, a really good trade, because we can start getting cards like crazy. And you saw we kind of ran out of steam pretty quickly if we don't get the aggro sense and get on the offensive. Also, we'll probably go deep pretty easily in these. So I think we're gonna go this route. This is gonna be better in general than just an extra bit of stats, because it's elusive. We're drawing to try to get down to thing. We're dealing 3 damage each turn, and just the caustic casks. Wow. Are not as good for us. We're not looking. We're not a Sejuani deck looking to damage every so often. We're not. Swain who wants to do non-combat damage. Stuff like that. There's not a reason for us to have those except just pure burn. And as we saw last game, maybe it's not great for us to just pure burn. Yeah, might not be the best in that route. But yeah, as it's saying, trial ends when we lose 2 games in a row, or if we hit 7 wins. So, we'll see what's kind of going on there, and go from there. See what's up. Okay, what do we got? That is a beautiful starting hand, because these are just going to buff things like crazy on the top of our deck. And we're going to get some crazy stuff. And honestly, this is a great starting, because we technically, we're not necessarily on curve, but we're going to play them as they go. And we're attacking on 4, so that's a great time to throw down Braum and get some damage on him, to try to get him to survive some damage. So that's a good route to go, to really see what's happening there. Oh, and we have that too. Okay, now we're online. Now we can start having some fun. We're gonna be able to attack them basically for 1 when they pass this, before we do anything, because then we can get a free damage in on them. Oh, and in the plunder. Oh, this is just perfect, because we're gonna get 1 damage probably on them unless they use a spell to avoid 1 damage, which is bizarre usually, but they could. And I'm not gonna say no, but yeah, they should have, because they're about to realize we get a 4/4 off of it, but. What can you do? Yeah, see in there. So we're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna keep buffing things up, making our top of our deck really, really good. Because if we can especially plunder when we play this, we might play this first just so we can plunder this. Because then we can make everything even better down here. That's already on the board. I don't know what's going on with them, they're taking a long time to pass. They also seem, they have a 3 region deck, which is not something you usually see, but since they have 2 regions that aren't Demacia here, this is actually not that bad of a card for them. Oh, look at that. See, we have a 1 mana 3/3, and we've created another 1 cost 4/0. I mean, we're basically going to aggro them like crazy. But yeah, we're definitely going to play these this turn. We're going to get a lot of... Oh, and a Fearsome. That's perfect, because they don't have anything that can actually block it. And look at this. We have 10 damage on board. I'm probably going to go ahead and block this directly. Now, I mean, they have the potential at this point to kill some things directly. I'm kind of making... Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do all of this. And we're just going to get them down to 10 this turn unless they do something. Unfortunately, obviously, we're not going to play this round, so it's going to be... It's going to take 4 to hit something for 3. Which is, it's still a trade-off. I mean, because there's one that's, can do 3 damage to unit for discard and 3 mana. Okay, that... Unless they do it again, that's a really odd choice. Because... Yeah, they're doing it... Oh, and they're hitting that for 2. Wow, they used a lot of mana to kill Braum, which makes me feel fine with that because Braum's not the issue in this. Braum's not the issue on this battlefield right now. I think the battlefield issue is the fact that they have 1 unit and I have lethal next turn. That's probably not good for them. Especially because I can just kill this turn. Which means I have a really good chance of killing them next turn, basically, at this point. Oh, they're granting attack. Fair enough. That's a way to do it. It's interesting though, because you usually want Last Breath to die, so it's a little odd that they're working so hard to keep these. But I mean, if that's what they want to do, I'm not gonna stop them, I guess. Let's play this. I'm basically expecting it to die. Ooh, that's good. That's really good for the position we're in, because they have to deal with this. If they do not deal with this when I play this next turn, oh, that's annoying because they played that. Basically, you usually get this with it, but they played it just at the right time. So, I mean, the best idea probably is still to attack with everything. Take that over here. They're gonna kill something. Like, we know this. It's gonna happen, but we're still getting damage through, and that's gonna help us plunder right here.
You'll go no farther.
Like, we actually are okay with things dying because we can then play this. We have room for it, so it's not like we just played it for nothing. Yeah, we're putting a bunch in their hand that they can't do much about. Yeah, let's go ahead. I think this is the play, because that's gonna hit all of our minions at once, plus everything in our deck that's upcoming, that's very good. It would've been nice if we could do that earlier, but we don't have any way to proc plunder without actually attacking in this deck. We don't have any warning shots or things. Oh, that's just great. That's nice.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play one because we're pretty close to deep, to the point where if I just start drawing cards with that, it's gonna become a 6/6 even if they're starting to block it. Make a threat, make them answer. And their attacks right now are pretty bad. They're gonna lose both units no matter what. So it looks like they're trying to just prepare for next turn and get a lot of cards and hope for the best. And also discard this probably, because yeah, wait, they just played, what was it? Yeah, they shuffled this into the deck basically. No, that shouldn't have, they must have actually cast that. Yeah, they did. I see mana's down. There's really not a reason to play anything right now, so I might as well just bank the spell mana in case of that. Really, it's up to them to attack, which is very bizarre that they didn't, but we're basically gonna do this. I mean, they don't have enough minions to defend currently. The only thing that can block this is the 7/3, and I can actually buff it, and they don't know that. This is why this is gonna be great. Okay, they're gonna silence that so I don't get the card and it's not elusive. I mean, they're still dead right now, which is the nice part. Especially if I Poro Snack, just for fun. Although Poro Snack's not actually gonna do anything funny enough. So they're probably gonna kill one of my units. I mean, they have to, or they're dead. I mean, now the nice part is they lose all of their minions in this play. Fair enough. And this will not solve that, so I'm just gonna save it. But yeah, they are down to 2, so Mystic Shot will defeat them.
I never miss.
So we're just gonna prep for a really good turn.
Slow down, will you?
We're gonna do this mostly because then we can play this and get spell mana back, and make it worth something. So we basically didn't lose much at all there. We still have this, but at this point, we don't want to play this probably till the end of next round, of this round right here, because we don't want them to silence it, kill it, do something crazy with it.
Hilltober's finest.
You can see the Demastian border from here.
So they kind of have to. They have the initiative now to survive. Now I know full well when I kill this, they're gonna make a
Captain's
3-4.
orders. Bullet to the face.
So I'm gonna specifically do it here, because then I get a card and I can play something in between their attacks.
Alert the village!
Yeah, you know, something like a 4-4. Well, do I want to play this? Yeah, I think I'm okay playing this just because, yeah, I won't have enough to play this, but I'm not actually as worried about this. I actually want it to survive the next turn. So again, right now, they can only block 3 of them. Any one of these getting through of those 2 wounds are going to kill them. So they basically have to either get really lucky. Yeah, see, they're going to surrender. So, yay! So now the nice part is you're going to see on the overlay, actually, you're going to see here in a little bit, the loss gets cleared out in a way, which is going to be really nice because then I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's going to basically update. It's going to be like, hey, this is great. Yeah, here's more stuff. Yeah, so it's basically like, oh, you know, it's 1 win, 1 loss now. So I don't actually have the issue of that loss. I didn't lose 2 consecutively. As we've been seeing, Braum is pretty good here. Getting another Professor Von Yip out would be bonkers. So I think we have to go that route. I don't think we have anything really to help Twisted Fate. You have to really protect him to get him to see 8 card draws. Jinx is nice, but I don't think these other ones give us as much as these do, because like late game Battle Fury there, as you saw, was great. I was able to basically just mess with them very easily, into the point where they lost combat. So we're gonna, I think, take this Braum here, unless otherwise there's other votes, but nope, it looks like not at this point. Yeah, I think the Fluff and Tough. We're gonna go the Poro Connoisseur. We're gonna have some nice Poro love during this game, because Poros do not get played enough in my opinion. Just because they're tough to pull off. I mean, it's a tough comp. Just because you have to be on that offensive as you saw last game. I mean, if you get behind like we did in that first one, there was no way to get back. You have 2 small creatures, they're outpacing you. Unless, you know, those sea monsters happen to be good, you know, there's not much we can do about it. So let's see here. Yeah, let's just keep jamming this. Now the nice part is, if I wanted, I could come back to this expedition later. I don't have to play it in sequence. I could just leave it and not come back to it for a while, in case, for instance, you just want to come back. I do like that feature, because you don't have to finish it at any point. Nothing forces you. It's not like you have to sit down and play for a few hours until you win 7. But it is something that generally you play out at least a trial together, because I have come back after 4 to 5 days and after not doing expedition, and then been like, I have no idea what deck I drafted, and you just don't play it well then. It's another 3 region thing. I'm wondering if when they changed some of the updates lately with the patch, I'm wondering if they made that. I didn't read it close enough, but I'm wondering if they made it more likely to get 3, maybe with some of the wild picks or something. Because I'm just seeing a lot more of that lately, and it's just kind of odd to see. Because usually you didn't see that very often. It was usually you just had 2. They went with your champions. That's what actually makes Expedition a little more unique, is that when you're deck building, you have to match the regions of your heroes, of your champions. So you couldn't have these Bilgewater cards that we have that do like Plunder, for instance. This can't be in a Poro deck generally. Unless you have a champion for that. So we have a different champion set. That's an interesting choice. I mean, if this dies, there's not a whole lot we can do with it. I mean, they'll get a card from it. I'm just more interested if they're going to Mystic Shot it, or what they're going to do with that, because that is spending 3 mana to kill a 1. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I'm actually glad we played this then. We're going to get a free card, which is generally what you get from this card. It'd be nice to get the 2 damage, but... Oh, we got a Poro snack, which, unfortunately, we don't have any Poros currently, but... You know. No, let's just play another Omen Hawk. Again, let's just compound these, make really large, ridiculous, you know, mid-strength creatures for 1 or 2 mana. Well, we're gonna attack because they just have a 1/1. So if they block with the 1/1, we're still coming out ahead here. And if they don't, we get in for 2, which is even better. So I'm thinking I want to play neither of these. I'm gonna play the Professor Von Yip because we only have 1 or 2 of these, or we have like 3 of these, I think, in this deck. I actually can't see it. Let's see. I'm gonna watch my own stream. Whoa. Oh, they're gonna retreat. Okay. Oh, I know what they're doing here. Gotcha. Professor Von Yip. Yeah, we have 3 of those, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I think we're okay losing this, basically. And we're going to get a bunch of 1 mana, because we haven't hit a lot of them yet. So, we just hit the Omen Hawks. So yeah, let's play this. This is also just going to be good to attack with next turn, because we're going to have 4 damage coming at them. What are they? So yeah, they're just going to return this in, basically for 1 mana. They spent 3 mana to do it, but basically it was just, you know, a blink effect, if you know Magic a lot, where you exile and bring it back. So we'll kind of go from there on that. But the nice part is neither of them really can block my heroes here. So actually, we might actually play Braum first, which is usually not what I do, but I'd like to actually challenge that so they don't just keep blinking it and making really big allies in hand, because they've already given +2/+2. Basically doing the same thing that I'm, you know, talking about. Yeah, so you get things like that where it's just ridiculous. So I think instead I'd rather do this, and hope that the slot bot just just shuffles into really bad stats, because that is crazy to give it basically 4 free stats. Because usually it's a wrong one. Usually it's a 1/4, as you see. So that having that is just nuts. But here we can at least kill one of theirs. They have a Lee Sin in there. Oh, what do they play? Lee Sin, Twisted Fate. I guess that's a lot of spell casting, so that's fair. You don't see that very often. Now the nice part though is then if we, you know, bank this 3 spell mana, we have basically instant buff, making this a 4/4. But really, I'd never have this luck when I play it. I should play this deck later, this one where you specifically try to buff up Slotbot and play Twisted Fate, because you never see me get this kind of lucky stats with this, where it just happened to, you know, no. Usually I'm like, oh cool, I have a 10/1, they're gonna kill that. 1 damage to everything. I'm actually kind of okay with this, because that's gonna hit Braum, which we kind of want, so yeah, sure. But yeah, they have a Twisted Fate, it's a 4/4 now. This is what I was saying about protecting it. That's generally going to be a lot better for them. I don't think I have a way to deal with that currently, which is very annoying, but I think we're just going to have to pass. They're probably going to attack, because I would be shocked if they did. I think we're definitely going to put this in front of here. We're going to do this in front of here and then do this, I think. Or are we just going to... Actually, let's swap them. This here. Let's actually kill this. Because giving that 8/4 is actually like really good for us, because that's an 11/6 with Overwhelm right now. Which they have the slot bot to block with, but that's really about it. I mean, they also might shuffle this really badly, which is possible. Are they going to kill this? Yeah. Oh, deal 1 to it if it kills. Do they have 2 parlays on their hand? Because that... I mean, I'm glad they're willing to do that, but that is a lot just to get rid of that. I mean, yeah, I guess they don't want 11 Overwhelm. And that gets... Oh, it gets in that. That's why. So this card, in case you didn't see that kind of sneak out, basically if you play 2 spells, it sneaks out. It's great in spell decks. Oh my gosh. So I think our best bet is to play this. We don't want to play Jinx. Jinx is going to die before it actually gets something out of it. I think we want to go this route. Kind of challenge here, challenge here. Then we can use a Mystic Shot to kill that. The nice part is we are making it weaker, because when it does damage to it, it's kind of go that route. Oh, and that too. Okay, they played a lot of spells there. I'm not the biggest fan of that. There's no good direction to do this right now, but I think I have to hit here to at least trade my Braum, because I know I have another Braum. That's the nice part. But at least this way I can make sure she dies, and then I'm just dealing with this as a threat.
Better than Ethan.
I didn't plunder, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Draw another card, get another blocker. Oh, we have 2 of those now. That's looking nice, because how far? We're 5 from 8. Well, we're 4.
The treasure was in me the whole time.
So yeah, this is annoying, because they buffed it up so much that it's really hard to deal with unless you have, like, a Vengeance. Vengeance generally does not come up very often in this game. Oh. Okay. So I haven't seen Lee Sin played a lot outside of Exhibition, so when you cast a spell, give me Challenger. When you cast another, give me Barrier. Dragon Rage enemies that I challenge. What is Dragon Rage? Oh, he kicks him to the Nexus. That's oh, okay. I don't think there's a good thing to play except this will be a 3 thing. Let's do that.
The wings off a bilge wasp.
I really don't want to play these yet because he's gonna kick him into me, and then I'm gonna take damage from it. Okay, let's see.
Is all in the mind.
Okay, so he played. They played. Give Barrier to an ally in hand. Okay, fair enough.
So much to play for.
I mean, I want to keep this, but I'm about to take a ton of damage. I actually don't have any. I think I'm gonna throw that in front because I don't have any 1-drops really. So I think I'd rather get the damage on there and then play one of these. Because that's going to get me free cards. Plus I'm going to draw answers.
Oh yeah!
Maybe I just play a bunch of these. Like that. I mean, because that might be the direction to go. Just covertly hit them. When allies attack. Oh, so this is going to happen automatically. That's actually really nice. We can combo with each other. Get me cards. Okay, so that's going to be really good in general.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
I think we're going to go this first. Tough and Overwhelm, okay. And then this.
The weak don't deserve mercy.
Which is going to trigger some extra damage on some of those. Now, next turn, yeah, we hit deep. So these are 6/6s. That's actually really nice.
Optimal outcome achieved.
So these are suddenly much more powerful. Let's see.
These are dangerous lands.
I mean, not good to play that probably quite yet, because that's just another 6/6 on the board for them. You know what? Let's just make another sea monster in hand.
Vessel small, but she ain't lacking courage.
Because at this point, these are probably my winning combination, especially because I have 10 mana next turn. So I could just kill them with these, honestly. Like, if they don't kill me this turn, I think I killed them, actually. They don't... And anything they're going to draw from mine is not necessarily going to deal with
I will not hold back.
me very much. Okay, so they have Challenger. So they're going to kick whatever they grab into.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, so they're going to kill that, basically. Deal 4 damage to me.
Give it a try.
Just that, interesting. Because I want to play this here. And then I think I might play this here, because I want to keep the Challenger to get rid of, you know, one of these elusives. We'll just do that, why not? Do a little more damage to the slot bot. What does this do? Yeah, so they're gonna kick that, and you'll lose that. That's gonna do some damage. That's gonna survive, which is nice. And I'm just gonna play another one.
Stare at the abyss.
Because
It'll
right
stare
now,
back.
they are not blocking every one of them.
The treasure was in me the whole time.
Going harvesting.
Captain's orders.
So unless they
Bullet
can
to the
affect
face.
one of these.
I sense fear.
Because yeah, they're gonna gain 2 life there. But right now I'm dealing 13 damage to them. Oh, they can't, so do the customary flag of... Oh, which I can I just realized I'm kind of blocking those, sorry. There we go, we got another win, so... Even before the loss, which was nice. So yep, we're gonna... So, daily PvPs are basically get 400, then 200, then 100, so we're not gonna get this anymore, basically, as a bonus. We've officially now gotten to that point where you just get the general match rewards for winning. So like if you're playing a regular ranked game, I think it's 200. I've noticed expeditions in regular play seem to be like 100. I think bot games are like 50. I mean, you generally don't get much from that because the idea is that you'll still level up some stuff, but they generally want you more consistently playing against other people. So you see we actually unlocked the chest with that 200. So let's go ahead and check that out. Oh, first it's going to have us do a swap. So here's another trade pick, basically, for winning. I think this is probably better. We seem to just have a bunch of spell mana left over all the time. So that's pretty good so far. I like that one. Poro Snack. Jagged Butcher has been really good, I'm not going to lie. But we also aren't hitting very often by the time you play it. Whereas this, hitting all Poro allies, is just better, I think. I think we're just going to go that route, probably. Like, Thermo is so good, I'm not gonna lie. That is really good removal. But the Mighty Poro trade-off is hard, because this we've been consistently having like a 4/4 due to Poro stacks. So I think we're just gonna accept this. Yeah, we're gonna go that route. See what's going on. Kinda go that route. So yep, so we have a reward. So like I said, you kind of just go over here. Now it's a diamond chest, so we've opened a couple of those in the box earlier, basically. It's going to be a lot of really good stuff. Looks like we have a bunch of extra copies, but I'm glad we're getting some Chum the Waters. For those who don't know that card, basically, you're not only making your opponent's creature vulnerable, and you can choose, like, you know, so it's not just, you can choose which one, so usually a champion. But then you get a 5/2 Overwhelm creature, for 4 mana, which is not bad at all, because that basically is going to kill whatever you're vulnerabling. I mean, it's just, you can, it will destroy them for 4 mana, which, I mean, it's better than, for instance, kill a unit at 7. So you're generally just going to have that better direction of sorts. So I do like that card, so I'm glad we're getting more of those. Oh, we upgraded to common card there. Ooh, we got some more of the deep stuff. I like this, because I do have a deep deck that I want to do. You kind of saw it earlier where I was looking at the champions that I picked up a deck list for. So more of those is always good. Oh, yeah, there's another one you'll see, because you want to get to deep as quick as possible, so throwing out 4 of your cards, generally pretty good to get there. Now, unlike other card games, because it's something you might not have noticed immediately if you play other card games, but there is no graveyard. There's no graveyard recursion currently. I mean, in the future they might add it. But currently there's no graveyard at all. It's not something where there's the place where you can retrieve stuff from death, or it goes on a, you know, it comes back a little bit later. There are some that just revive based on effects in the game, like Anivia with her egg or different cards, but generally you don't have things reviving or coming back from death unless a card specifically tells it to do. I think Callista's the big one that generally you see it with. Where it's pulling in something that died earlier that game. There's the Rekindler, 7 mana, which will bring back your strongest champion that had died. Stuff like that. It's going to bring it back, but there's no, like, oh, I want to take this card of my graveyard and bring it to the battlefield. You know, there's not anything like that. So anything when it talks about toss or it talks about rifling through your deck quickly, the difference in this card game is that you don't get those cards. There's no way to get those back once you've tossed them. There might actually be a effect now that I say that. There might be an effect to get a couple back when a champion levels up. That might be the Maokai thing. But generally you're not going to be able to choose them, like I said. So you do kind of run the risk of hitting like a champion that you're tossing or something that you really actually did want. But usually the effects of going deep is a lot better than anything you can possibly get just from what you've tossed. So you see a lot of things where there's a 3 mana 1/1 that tosses 2 cards. You know, it's not good, but as a result, you get through your deck quicker, which is the whole point. You're not meant to. It's meant to just be a chump there. But so yep, we're almost to the end of this. As you can see, we can get a card back, which I don't have any of these yet, so this would be kind of cool. I'm excited to hit a champion capsule again because again, champion cards kind of, except for one meta deck right now, all of them use full 6 champions. So in the meta, there's some that you see going around with just 3 cards with champions, because you can only have at max 3 of one certain champion. But in general, you're not seeing. You're seeing most with full champions just because they're just really strong. You've seen it in it, especially when playing, for instance, that Heimerdinger Vi deck that was control. Like once they leveled up, there was no card to beat it. I mean, except for just again the 7 mana kill spell. That's about it. So yeah, we'll go back to play. Like I said, we're going through here quick. Also, like I said, we have that quest. We can kind of save it. You can have up to 3 quests. You get a free reroll each day. Quests are either 1,000 or 1,500. Generally, you want to try to reroll for 1,500 if you're trying to really max up that vault. Though, if you just like the quest, nothing stops you from doing it. I mean, you can still earn this experience through playing. It's more of a grind if you don't get it through a quest at that point. Go that route. But I mean, we're already, for instance, as I showed you, we're already at level 3. We already have an expedition token for next week. Like, we haven't even gone very far into the week, but we already have it on Tuesday night here. We already have an expedition token. So they really try to get you that, because you get an epic capsule, which is, you know, some pretty good cards from each one of these. They really try to push these toward you to kind of learn the game, see what you like, and go that route. That's why I'm pretty big on. That's why I actually started playing out AI and expeditions. I didn't actually play real people for a while. I also played the challenges where it kind of taught you different stuff. Just because, again, I didn't feel comfortable playing people. But then now at this point, you know, you kind of go that route. I mean, there's the nice part about a lot of card games going forward. Like, there's not. It's all emotes. There's not chat. There's not things. So it's not like anyone's flaming you on it. You know, that kind of thing. You're not going to your, you know, you're not just getting that flame that you just get from, like, you know, a multiplayer game. But there was kind of a thing where, you know, if you don't know what's good because you haven't played it much, playing against a person obviously is going to be tough. It's going to be. I mean, I hit that right now in Arena. I'm not good in Standard right now for Magic the Gathering. I just unfortunately am. The methods that are being used right now are either cards that came back from the Ravnica block that I just don't have in Arena because I wasn't playing at that point in Arena. I kind of picked up Arena around M20 last summer. Obviously I have the cards in person for some of it, but that's not Arena. I probably should pay attention. Let's do this. But as a result, there's kind of that issue of just having the right cards for each one. Now I have a couple that just are okay. Like, it's not a deck technically right now, but I play a lot of Enchantress, kind of Enchantress style stuff. I go that route, but it's not necessarily good. So I'm grinding a lot. Ooh, that's nice. Which is it? Yeah, so that's kind of the direction. That's the problem with that. My brain is losing it. But it's still something obviously I like playing. It's not like it's a bad thing, but it's definitely an issue in that respect of just you kind of have to have the best cards to win in that. It's how it is.
Danger
There's
pays.
not a lot around it. Ooh, what did we get? Oh, holy, that was a good random draw from that card. This, as you can see, is quite good. I mean, you're messing with your enemies. It gives a nice thing. I mean, it is a 9/8 after you hit deep, which, as you've been seeing, we've been hitting most of these games. Okay, we gotta kill something now. Well, let's do this. I got to trade 2 cards. They're gonna trade that, which I actually am grateful for because obviously I can't do much about that. But, I mean, they're technically ahead right now, but we also have more cards, and we just got that, so we win if we make it to late game because that is oofta. That's a fun one. Ooh, they have some aggro going on right now, so I'm probably gonna get hit for a little bit.
I see.
That's unfortunate, but I can start kind of playing some crazy stuff here. We're just gonna block here because we can't block much of this anyway. So it's gonna hit us mostly for 4. So better to keep the unit and just take the brunt of it if you're not gonna be able to block much of an overwhelmed unit there. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll pass. If we put this out plus this, we're gonna have a 5/5, which is better than anything on the board right now. We also have this, I just realized, which I think is kind of worth it right now. Because we don't actually have to tackle anything else, we can just get damage onto Braum. Oh, that's not great. But currently we're actually gonna have enough we're gonna have enough for this next turn. Right? Because that'll be 6 mana plus the 2 I have banked, even if we play this. Yeah, so we can actually kind of mess with them there. Let's go ahead, let's just do this. I think this is the best route to go right now. Because they have less chance of having a combat trick that could actually do more here. Trying to think what else they could have. They have some stuff that could deal 3, but basically I get that for free, which is why this is nice. I'm just gonna block a lot of their stuff. Obviously I didn't hit, I did get the keywords, but it's still a, a 3/3, so. And if they don't do anything, like I said, we have this spell trick, so we're gonna have to want to pass until they attack. On that one. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. They had a way to get rid of it, and especially in a Swain deck, I expected that. His whole thing is to try to deal non-combat damage, because then, yeah, this gets gross if that happens. So, we still have the trick. I mean, that's the nice part, but we're probably going to end up playing something else. Probably this. Oh, nice. I don't know. Actually, no, I'm going to pass, because I don't like this at all. Because we're going to want to block here.
Stay back.
And here. And they probably don't have anything to save their units. So, now, yeah, they're going to hit me for a bit just because they're overwhelmed, but I'm going to have an 11-1 up, and so unless they actually kill that, I can just swing 11-1 next turn without any issues. In fact, I actually do want to play that, though. I hate to delay usually when I have an attack like that, because they're probably going to try to kill it with a direct damage. But just the value you get from this right now of getting closer to deep when that's in my hand is just so much better, even if they are getting Swain leveled up. So no, we're going to do this. It's just better. Getting 2 cards, basically turn, it's going to go up. Oh yeah, see, because we're going to want to play, this is the crazy. Oh, they had Plunder this turn. Yeah, so I'm also going to trick their Plunder. But yeah, just getting things that cause card draw at this point are just going to be really good. It's not like this card's bad right now. I mean, we can play it at 8 mana, but until we're deep, it's not nearly the same effect. Okay. Do they have 3 of these, or are they just trying to hit they're just trying to plunder, possibly? I think we're actually going to play this, because I have a Lonely Poro that wants to be a 3/3. fair enough. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do about that. This one has saved it, so. Yeah, before they kill my other thing, let's make this a 3-3. We get another one that's now going to be a 3-3, and then we get this, which is this is why this deck can be good. See, they're trying to kill my stuff right now with all their mana, which is, you know, it happens. They technically could do it to another one, but I just keep making 3-3s, so what I am. And they're just using all their card draw on it.
They're out there.
There we go. So I can trade those and then just hit for a lot next turn. Because they have one card, so that's where that card draw came in handy for me.
Very good indeed.
Let's see, I'm gonna be able to hit for 7 this turn. Possibly. It sounds like they're gonna kill something. Nope, maybe not. Fair enough. Look at that. Even it up now, and we easily have the card advantage right now.
Get bloody.
Gotcha. So they're gonna hit this. I'm personally gonna plunder
Sea
that.
beasts will bear us.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to save up. Let's end round. This isn't good unless they really have a crazy one that I'm scared about. So I kind of want to save that.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Do they still want to pass is the question. Okay. Because they just lost all that mana, so whatever they have has to be really good, but I am basically at this point, I can just attack. I mean, there's... Yeah, see, they're surrounded, because they just don't have anything to do with my board, basically. They got behind. It's, you know, it happened. We saw it in our game, that, you know, that first game that we played where we lost. That one game we lost. Oh my god, did we win 3 in a row? Jesus. You can tell it doesn't happen often to me. So, yeah, we won 3 in a row, so that's good. We're kind of flying. We get another champion. I'm thinking another Braum and this Von Yip, because that is just powering up our 1 manas, which we have the most of in our deck. Like, and the Battle Fury has come in handy a few times, and has caused some issues. And just Braum is just good. I mean, every time they kill him, I'm just gonna get another 3-3 basically, possibly 4 with the Porosnack. Like, I mean, this is alright, but not in our... We're not playing enough control where it gets to the point where this is going to be a 5-5. I mean, we have too many repeats of, like... I love how we haven't really gotten many Mystic shots, even though we have 4 of them in our deck. But yeah, let's just get a 4th Yip and just really make sure that we can get him on turn 4, so we can really start powering up our 1 manas. We actually have an even split, so I'm about to break that even split by a long shot. Like, none of them are going to match now. Sad. Sorry, I pointed that out right before it changed, but, you know, let's see here. Okay, yeah, because see, we just have 3. There's no losses shown or anything. I mean, you see it just because it's on my thing, but, I mean, that's not really going to be a problem for us at this point. I mean, so, it's kind of nice there. Yeah, but let's just keep jamming. I mean, if we're doing well in something, you know, I usually 3 wins is the most I get in both trials, 3 or 4. So at this point is probably where I'm gonna start losing. But you know, it's something to, you know, try out, hope for, wish for the best. But yeah, no, this probably will be the only game I played tonight. I probably won't go to Arena just because. One, getting used to streaming, getting used to just the talking, you know, which is why I'm drinking a lot of water. But also just, you know, trying stuff out. I think it's better to probably just do a stream of a certain game, just to, you know, so I might play Arena, like, you know, next time I stream, for instance, and just do Arena and slam a lot of those cards. Go that route, maybe do draft, but I think it's just easier to stick with the same thing. I do like this. Don't know if I like this. We're gonna bank some mana, so they are a quick deck. Nope, we need to get rid of this because that's generally gonna be spells, and I want to kill you quickly. So yeah, this will be nicer. This will be a better spell for us to have right now. That's not, but what can you do? What can you do? So. Oh, see, there's that card. It's like, oh, it's only a 1 mana actually, but it's also one mana, 1/1 that just gets rid of 3 cards. Also, it does actually not hit champions. I didn't realize that. that's actually better than I thought then, because I thought it actually hit champions, but I must just be losing it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna skip that block, I think, and then play this. I mean, I'd rather keep this for something a little more worrisome later, like a 2-2 with, you know, elusive. Like those are gonna wreck us. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack with this because they, you know, worst case they block, I get a card. That's pretty good for me. So they're a Nautilus, Vide, Twisted Fit. That is a combination that I do not generally see. I think the problem for me is I would rather have Yip out when I play these. So I think I'm gonna pass. You know, I don't need to be aggro. It doesn't seem like they're going very quick. They are a deep deck, which is annoying later on. Oh ho ho, ho ho ho. See, they're just drawing sea monsters right now. They're specifically drawing sea monsters from their deck, so we can kind of slow down. Like I could play a Braum here, or no, I can't. I want to play Yip. That's right. That was the whole point. So I mean, I'm gonna play Yip because this is gonna be a bunch of 3/3s, which is not what they're gonna be expecting. Yeah, I can't do much about this, is the only problem. So, I mean, I can use Braum to hit them, you know, later on. I might actually do that. I might play Braum and then an Omen Hawk, just to really... Come on. I have to. I have to. I mean, come on. Like, this is the most jank thing I can do, let's be honest here, but, like, at the same time, I can make 1 mana 5/5s. Oh my god. And I'm gonna be buffing all of my minions here, so I could even have crazy. Oh my god. See, this is why I wanted to play the Borrow deck. This is the exact. Oh, I'm going off camera. This is exactly the reason I want to play this Borrow deck, is because it's just so crazy. Okay, they're not getting deep anytime. Yeah, they're not even attacking into that. They don't even want to. Oh, that was my attack. Oops, whoops. I got distracted. What can I say? Oh no, they're doing that. Wait, I can do this. Oh, actually, Mystic Shot's probably better. Yeah, I'm gonna Mystic Shot it. I think that's just gonna be better for me to just kill it that way instead of using my humongous 8 mana thing, because I need to play more of these. More Omen Hawks. Oh my god, I got a Braum that's a 2/6. That's just straight value. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. I would expect they would want to kill that. I mean, it's been giving me a lot of it. I mean, I'm gonna do it again. Let's be honest here. I mean, oh my gosh, the craziest that I'm getting at this point is just amazing. Yeah. The only problem is their sea monsters are very cheap right now because what they're doing. Yep. Let's play this. I can specifically take on something that's gonna deal 4 damage to it. I'm gonna have a spell mana to do that if someone's really mean to me and tries to kill it. Oh, we're not gonna play that yet, but we're definitely thinking about it. We're gonna grab. Let's see. This one's deep. That one's deep. So they're about the same. This one, if they blink, it could be bad. So let's go ahead and grab that. I guess.
Yes?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Yeah, because they have to block things, which is nice, but oh my god, if... Do I do it? No, I don't do it. It's better just to get the damage on it. But I was like, I was tempted, not gonna lie, that... No, I'm playing a sea monster deck. Look at these birds. Look at these birds. Ah! Caca! Oh yeah, I slipped past 9 o'clock. I didn't even notice that. Yep, that would be why I'm a little nuts right now. Just a long day today. So, but yeah, we're hitting the 2-hour mark, so we'll probably go ahead and go that route. 1 second. Cool. Just typing away a little bit there. Okay. So, I mean, I'm tempted to do this. I think I will. At this point, just getting a really good Braum, I think, is the best way to go, followed by maybe my own sea monster. Am I deep yet? No, I'm not even close to deep. It feels weird to play Jinx as a jump blocker, but I think she's gonna become that. I mean, why would you play 4 mana when you can just get crazy
Success
1
gets
mana
noticed
3/3s?
around here.
I mean, okay, so you gave Braum vulnerable. I'm okay with this because you're not probably hitting deep next. Oh, you are hitting deep next turn. You played that. Oh, I see what they're doing. Now the nice part is, the most they have are 7/7s, so they can't kill Braum. And I do have Battle Fury, but they did get a lot of 7/7s here out of nowhere. And the 6/6 hitting us is not going to do us any favors, but the nice part is this turn. Oh no! Oh no! I was doing so well, but why was I against a deep deck for this? No, their sea monsters cost 6 less now. I would like to point that out because I played 2 of those draw sea monster. It's worth that. I'm just gonna pass. I mean, because to be fair, if I can. Like, they're gonna pull him there. They're still gonna kill my Braum, but at least this way I can, like, do a bunch of damage to their Nautilus. Crap, this is not good. I think we're gonna throw you
You're
there.
starting to bore
We're gonna throw you in front of there. I think we're just gonna throw you here because we don't have any more things for you to really trigger. And yeah, let's throw you in front here. Yeah, they're constantly gonna have this humongous thing, so I think I'd rather put some threat on them. If they're gonna kill my Braum, I'm gonna almost kill their Nautilus. Because I think that's the only thing I really can do. I mean, they're not at risk of actually, like, oh, it probably doesn't do that. Like, they really should be at 14 cards left, but they hit deep last turn, or the turn going in, but. Oh gosh, you have a direct damage spell or something? Like, why are you saying that? I mean, I guess it's likely that I've lost, I'm not gonna lie, but I still have a chance. Maybe. Let's see what comes out of here. Oh, I'm not deep, actually, I think, but yeah, no, this is not gonna be good. Okay, well, we're gonna play this first.
Fresh is worth at least twice as much.
Yeah, because I'm gonna play it and do as much damage as possible. Yeah, no, I've lost this game. I mean, the fact that they were able to get just so many cheap sea monsters out, and basically they're free now. I mean,
I'll shoot the
let's just keep
wings
playing
off a
things.
bilge wasp.
Why not?
Stare at the abyss. It'll stare back.
The one thing about sea monster decks that sometimes you can run into is just they don't have overwhelm. Don't stun that. No. Okay, no, we're just surrendering now. That was the only way we had any chance of killing the 6/6. That was just gonna go behind the scenes. So, well, that's another loss. But like I said, they're not consecutive, so we're gonna get a chance to kind of trade out something. That's not good for us. Maybe it's just better to get that. Yeah, more 1 manas. When in doubt, go further into the thing that's not working. Yeah, let's just keep playing. I think we'll probably just play this and then we'll end up the stream. So you obviously, if you want to keep watching this, you don't want me to lose. So if you want to get rid of me, though, obviously root for me to lose again. Yeah, and be here. Basically, just I'll probably stream the next couple days again. I don't have a schedule currently. Just I think with everything going on with the pandemic and we're still kind of shifting schedules around and figuring things out. So things are a little more up in the air and can shift on a dime. So don't be shocked if it's just not regular. Like, it's not always Tuesday nights. It's not always going to be. I think my last stream was Friday. Yeah, Friday. You know, obviously this Friday being reserved for the holidays, a good shot of streaming. I probably will try to do maybe during the day too, because a lot of people are going to be off. Oh, that was my attacks. This is why I almost need more people to yell at me during those moments, because I'm amazed at how stupid I can be sometimes. But see, now it's all recorded, and that's the problem. That's why I'm like, yeah, maybe that's not the best idea anymore to do that. But here I am anyway.
My one.
For your entertainment. Oh, I made that bigger. That's actually gonna be harder to kill, but maybe that's better, because then I can attack with it next turn, and they're probably gonna block with a spider. Yeah, see, then they don't get that 1 mana in, that 1 damage in, so that's nice. Ooh, I'm gonna attack with that, for sure. I'm probably gonna play this, though, because this has 2 mana. It's pretty good for 5/4. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't want to do it, but they're going to. Oh, and I get one of those back. Cool. Well, you killed my 3/2, but did you expect my 5/0? Yeah.
Citizen.
No, didn't expect it. Well, was worth a shot. What you gonna do on your attack there? I'm tempted to Mystic Shot and then play that, but I also want to Yip before I play that, because we've seen how strong that is. We've seen how crazy that can
The world's
be.
a big place. Let's see all of it.
Yeah, let's still play Yip.
Like this? Oh, I see.
That's just gonna be better overall, because that's gonna just
Watch and
make
learn.
that crazy next turn. Yeah, you're gonna get your
Nailed it.
thing. You're gonna get your free Mystic Shot. That's gonna go away, unless you actually want to Mystic Shot me in the face. But that seems like really aggressive use of mana. So that'd be a bit odd. Probably, yeah. They actually have 4 reasons. Okay.
Charge!
Really don't want that to be. Oh, because you probably have another one in your hand, and so you're gonna kill it next turn. That. Gotcha. Well, we're just gonna do this.
We're going in.
Firing!
They'll kill their Ezreal. Unfortunately did not hit their Nexus. So I might, like I said, I might go aggressive and Mystic Shot their Nexus on purpose. Just to get that Plunder trigger. That being said though, with the amount of Mystic Shots they've been playing, it might be better just to get this down and make it a 4/4. Oh, they might be killing it right now. Yep, there's a Black Spirit. How much removal did they draft? Jeez, well I'm gonna do this beforehand because I'm petty. I'm gonna be aggressive and hit them in the face.
I tell you.
So then when I plunder, I at least get a 3/3. I mean, like it would be nice at the 5/5, but jeez, they drafted a lot of removal. So it'll be really nice when I play this, you know, this turn for sure. I'm gonna start with the Omen Hawk to see what they play, but this will be really good to start. Just chipping away, hitting 3 damage of soft, and drawing a second card. Because card draw on this is actually really strong, because everyone has the same mana, so having, you know, it's not like you can, you know, and it's not, a lot of people have the same kind of range of cards. It's not like, you know, History of Magic or Hearthstone or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything where there's a ton happening. I'm not playing this turn. I might actually be playing this just to be able to hit that. You know, in the History of Magic, you know, you have a lot of cards that do a lot of different things, and generally you'd have very, you know, distinct archetypes, but not many to learn here. So as you learn that, there's not a whole lot of change, but having that option, because there's not usually a lot of searching through the deck, there's not, you know, there's not a ton of that. Having that ability just to get a ton of cards, especially when your hand size is 10, and this allows for a lot of cards in your hand. You just have a lot of options, especially early game, to make sure that you get things on curve, you get the removal that you need. You can really control the game, because once you control the game early, it's very hard for the opponent to actually come back, if you have a firm grasp on it. Now, obviously, as you saw with the deep deck, we had a grasp, but then it wasn't firm enough to the point where
I'm your
it made it through. Because we were in early to mid. I mean, once it hit late game, they can play a 13-13. I mean, there's nothing around that. I mean, you don't have that option of, you know, switching it around, but I'm gonna play this actually, because they're probably gonna attack with the 4/3. That's what I want them to do, because then I can vulnerable the Puff Half Peddler, because they're probably going to try to level up Teemo sometime at some point. And I don't like poison Puff Caps, especially when I'm drawing so many cards. That's going to start hitting me pretty hard. But it's not like I don't want to draw those cards, but I mean, this is a much better play for me. Because if I can kill that, that saves me a lot of trouble down the road. Yeah, it's 4 damage here, but 3 shrooms can really make the difference there. So, okay, let's just get, like I said, let's just get another card. Deal 3 damage to them. And if they really want to mess with us, I will totally amp it up to 11 and make it a 1-turn clock. Yeah, they don't want to. Yeah, I didn't think they wanted to go there, but you know, just in case. Ooh, a 3/2 for 1. That, and we get basically the mana's free because we attune. Oops, I turned it around. So we get a spell mana back. Oh, that's a 6/6 already. Yeah, we're still gonna play this. Just to really kind of bank up that spell mana. Let's get vulnerable on that, just so we can kind of mess around with it a bit more. But then I think we're just gonna bank. We got 2 spells. We now have enough mana to cast both of them. We have a Braum apparent. A Braum with a 2/6. Again, that's not something to take lightly. And if we can play it, we can put it in front of the 6/6, and that would be nice. What are they doing? They're doing it while attacking. Deal 3 to that. Well, what if I just said no? I'm gonna block. I'm gonna block this thing here and here. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll just do 11 to them. Next turn. It's definitely not gonna be an issue for us. That will be nice. I don't really want to play Braum because that's unfortunately that is gonna deal with it, which is annoying. Because it's 6 damage. If I could buff this up somehow, it's a little different, but I'm good past, and I'd rather keep this Mystic Shot in case you play anything this turn that can die to that. Like that. That would definitely die to it. Yeah, I'm fine with you hitting yourself. Oh, because they healed off of it. That's why I was like, that's an odd choice, but yeah, we're just gonna hit them for 11. And then we're probably just gonna play minions to like block this, so we don't die. Do they have a way to clear this? No. Oh, no, they're just drawing 2. Okay. Whew. I mean, that's still really good for them because, obviously, like I said, they are at a point where they can get pretty close to just killing me, but I'm kind of hoping to just, you know, play some minions, get in their way, hit them for 11 again 2 turns from now. Seems decent. And they have to basically kill 6 things to heal up to the point where or 7 things, excuse me, because I hit for 11. I also have a Mystic Shot to their Nexus that I can do, so technically they really even need more to die. They don't have those cards. We're definitely going to do this, just in case they get a 1 mana thing next turn. It'd be better to have an extra attack on it. I think the Braum is nice to put down, because this doesn't have challenge or anything, so... Okay, so they're just gonna draw more cards. Because otherwise they would have hit me on the Nexus. They did level up an Ezreal, which is pretty good for them if they have an Ezreal. I'm not entirely sure they do.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to get things. But yeah, they do have an Ezreal. So they do have a way to kill me right now. Funny enough, by killing their own stuff with spells, but. They have to cast a lot of spells, so I actually don't want to play. I don't want to give them cards, so we're just gonna pass. And this is probably the best. Get some pikers out there, because this doesn't have an issue of mine dies. That's just their own allies. So yeah, I had a feeling they'd be able to kill it unless I had something to buff it. So. Unfortunately, we're just going to say, okay, they're going to kill my thing. They are going to hit me for 2. I'm going to go ahead and throw Lonely Poro out again. Just stuff in the way. the more stuff I have in the way, the better shot I have of next turn actually hitting their Nexus. So I can't block that, which is going to give them, you know, a Mystic shot. I can put this in front though. Yeah, 'cause that's probably better. So we're just gonna block it this way. We're not. I mean, we're not trying to kill this. That's gonna proc that. So we don't want to do that. But
Can't stop me.
yeah. So the annoying part is they probably can kill us right now.
Train hard,
So but we're still gonna try to get as much as possible because they just have a ton of mana. They're gonna shoot me for 2, or they must have 3 spells in hand because that's you generally don't do that. Unless you're pretty sure on that. I mean, I have to play this. This is the only way I'm going to kill them, so I have to draw more minions. I may have given them a spell, unfortunately, but there's not a whole lot around that. Nope. Yep, there it is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to shoot them with the face. Just because. I can. Just showing that, you know, if I got through, could have killed him, but no, they knew what their objective was. It was to get the Ezreal to basically kill me. So that would be the end of the expedition, because that's 2 in a row. Like I said, 3 wins. For some reason, 3 wins, and I fall off. It's just, you know, so for how much we did, it gives us 400 experience just for free. We didn't win, so it's not like it's going to give us more. We leveled up to level 4, so that's nice. We're starting to get some silver box style things. Starting to get some better stuff. But so as you're going to see in a second, so it locks me in at 3 wins now. I will for sure get rewards for 3 wins at least. You know, the idea for Trial 2 is the option of you have a chance to best that. I mean, if I completely fail Trial 2, if I notice that I'm, you know, if I notice I really don't like the deck I drafted or something, if you notice, I can just retire. I can just say, nope, take the 3 wins, go that route, you know, don't worry about it. You know, if I got, like, let's say 6 wins, actually a good example, 5 or 6 wins, there's not a good shot for me to get that again. So it's, you know, I've gotten 7 before, but it's very unlikely. So you could just retire and just say, you know what, I'm not going to spend the time on that. I don't need the experience for some reason, whatever reason. You know, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just going to take the stuff, because I want it, and we'll go that route. In this case, I do have a shot of getting more than 3 wins, I like to think, I hope. Otherwise, this is going to be a crazy streaming experience to watch in the future. But we'll kind of go that route. So the other thing I'll kind of highlight here is, if you are thinking of getting this, by the way, this is a free game, in case, you know, you aren't aware. This is a completely free. Riot is a free-to-play model, always. They have kind of store cosmetics that you can buy, obviously, with premium stuff. That's how they make their money. But it is completely free. They throw cards at you. Same as Valorant, same as League of Legends, same as TFT, Teamfight Tactics. All of their games are kind of fitting that same model, except for maybe their board game, if you look at it that way. So there is something coming up. Now, Gauntlets, at least last week, I presume the test is going to be the same as the actual event, don't cost anything. It's basically like an expedition, but you play with a certain deck building restriction. Last week it was just a standard regular deck, because they were testing it out, making sure there was no bugs, or if there were bugs, they're getting fixed. But this one is actually kind of interesting, because obviously I play a lot of, well, I played, I guess when we had more in person, a lot of Commander. That's kind of my favorite Magic the Gathering side. I mean, I'll play some Brawl on Arena sometimes to kind of get that feel, but basically it is the first time we're seeing anything singleton. This is not generally how you'd want to build a deck in Runeterra. You generally want a lot more consistency, because, like I said, again, there's not really a way to filter your deck like scrying or anything like that you see in Magic. And on Hearthstone you can kind of switch stuff around, I believe. I haven't played a bit on that. You know, there's different ways to kind of filter your deck a lot better. Put things around, grab it from it. In this, you don't. So Singleton is going to be a bit crazy, because you generally just, I mean, one, you only need 1 of each card. So it's actually pretty accessible if you're a pretty new player and just got a bunch of cards from boxes and things and rewards. But 2, it kind of puts more of a level playing field on the luck of the draw, rather than just having the best deck, having the best thing going on. So as a result, I mean, there's, you know, I recommend it. It's open for 4 days, so it will open on Thursday, as you can see there, and it will close on Sunday. Sunday night into Monday. And it's basically, like I said, it's the same thing as Expedition. You try to get 7 wins. In this last one, they basically were giving icons out if you even tried it, and then 1 if you got 7. That's actually the one I'm repping because I was actually lucky enough to get 7. I'm looking up meta decks, so that's probably part of it. I've been kind of rushing, as you see. I'm a little low on shards because I was making sure to get some of those meta decks in my deck lists, which we can kind of look at other times. These are my faves right now for sure. Some fun shenanigans with just pinging your own units, or in this case, just all up brute forcing your way into your opponent's nexus. Yeah, I have my own Crimson Elusives that I talked about earlier, where it's just the elusive stuff. Obviously, you saw the Endure Spider ones earlier. You know, we can definitely play these other ones. So if you have one that you're curious about in these names, you know, feel free to let me know. Viable Poros is not as viable as it sounds. Honestly, I think my Expedition deck was a lot better than this is, but this is the only one I found online that really seems to work more consistently, even if it's not great. You know, same kind of thing I have with like Buff and Tough is if your minions are being killed before they're buffed, then they're not really that tough. Ezreal Karma is not as great anymore after Karma was nerfed. Still good. I mean, it's a spell casting thing, but it's not there. And then there's other ones. Actually, to call out someone, if you're curious watching, Amazonian kind of switches between Arena and Runeterra. And I did kind of borrow this Pot of Greed deck and this Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yes, those are the names, and I love them. I haven't really been successful with Pot of Greed. I don't have enough cards yet from Bilgewater to really, and Demacia to make this work yet. But they're definitely kind of fun things to look at, and her and her guy Nick are kind of really good for fun decks like that. They're usually streaming in the morning, so that's definitely a good recommendation. If you're curious about Runeterra, I mean, she loves doing it. I think she uses it the second half of her stream, so you're probably looking more later into the morning, but she has some highlights out there, and yeah, they do some fun stuff with some decks. More on that, you know, side of the fun side. But I think it's probably time to wrap up for tonight. It's a little bit after 9:30. So I think that's the direction to go probably. But otherwise, if you know you have any suggestions, anything, you know, feel free to reach out through our Twitter, through our website, engage with us. We're kind of up, new and running, so any engagement kind of like that on Twitter, through this, you know, through Twitch here and messaging, anything like that's really just awesome. We're just trying to find some creative outlets here in this just crazy time. It has kind of been a fun one to kind of bring up and running, to kind of get people excited. Maybe, you know, maybe they haven't played some of these games that we play, and you know, we hope that, you know, in the future there'll be kind of more opportunities where we'll get good enough at streaming where we can do stuff like Civilization games with each other. We can do things, you know, like Jackbox with friends, you know, things of that nature. We'll kind of see what happens on that respect, but for the time being, it's looking like it's a lot more of just probably a lot of me, a lot of Belmont on the blog. That's kind of something I'll call out. We are, I think, getting out a post pretty soon about just core set 2021 for those Magic the Gathering players. We're thinking of getting a video together kind of thing of cards that excite us. Might be a post, might be a video, we're not fully sure yet, but we just have a bunch of cards that we just really liked in this core set. Like, we weren't really looking at the core set initially, but then when the cards started being released, we're like, well, there's a lot of really good reprints that they're starting to do in these core sets, and it became very important. So look out for that, obviously, on the website, and it'll be announced on Twitter. So, you know, if you have a Twitter, follow that. Feel free to follow me here. Otherwise, I will sign off. So have yourself a wonderful night, and I will see you soon.